Hello everyone and welcome to the final video of EquestriaBound. Well, the final one that I'm playing the story. I might do an extra one after this for extra optional bosses, but version 1.5 is not out yet, so let's go inside. Despite the fact we're in the moon, this looks like the devil's machine of Earthbound as it was in the original. Oh well, I was expecting a bit of different graphics here, but that is not the case. I'd just like to correct something I said last video. What's transplanted in the original Earthbound to like the robot bodies is Ness's and his friends' spirits or consciousnesses, not their brains. But that's brains is what I got, like the insinuation I got from that. What was implied? That's the word I was searching for. Speaking of brains, these things right here, they kind of always remind me of brains too, but they're actually cables. And the weird pulsating parts are like the nerves where, I don't know, whatever. Let's just go here. This creepy thing. Really, really creepy thing. Like, I mean, you guys are seeing this, right? Like, what were the game makers thinking? This looks really, really creepy. And it's gonna get creepier when I touch it. Like so. Like, is that supposed to be an eye? Or is it supposed to be some kind of a weird thing that's a head is popping out of? Oh hey, it's Diamond Tiara. Who'd have guessed? Well, if it isn't Equestria's favorite blank flanks, do you really think you have any chance here? You're just a bunch of little lost fools trying to fight what they can't understand. You think because you got a shiny rock that you stand a chance? The nightmare's way too strong for any of you to fight against. Not with me on her side. Now, she's going to finally get you out of my main for good. That's all you have to say, Diamond Tiara? Huh, lots less to say than I expected. Speaking of which, Dinky's not a blank flank anymore. Also, Nightmare and heavily armed Tiara. I'm gonna attack the Nightmare with Dinky, whatever. I'm gonna attack the Nightmare with Dinky just to show what happens when you attack her directly. Meanwhile, we're gonna put our shields up. And you know what? We'll spy on the Nightmare too. And Scootaloo, she'll start doing some damage on heavily armed Tiara. Yep, the Nightmare will constantly use Friendship Alpha / Beta / Omega. Or basically different versions of Friendship. However, if you attack her directly, oh yeah, the Tiara can do that. It's a poo joke. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, so basically if you attack the Nightmare directly, yeah, it basically like reflects onto you. Also, as it showed there, the Nightmare is weak against Brain Shock. So let's try it right now on it. It's actually 100% weak against Friendship, whatever. Ah, dang it. Really? Wow, I'm losing characters quickly. Okay, so can't attack the Nightmare directly, but you can confuse her, and it doesn't really help that much, but it does allow the Nightmare to occasionally attack on heavily armed Tiara. But since it attacks itself, it'll reflect back onto you and causes damage, and that can be really bad if it casts Friendship Omega. Yeah, I should. Well, actually, you know what? This is the one fight where healing Omega is useful, but Scoots is actually low on magic. So perfect time to use the Horn of Life instead. By the way, this music is kind of cool. I always did like the first part of this final boss battle's music. Roman Candle for Tiara and Scoot's is gonna act first, so I better use Winter. Something simple. Okay. Friendship Alpha yet again. Wow, that's... Tiara is doing lots of a pretty good job to lowering our defenses. And really, it didn't work? That was unlucky. Well, anyway, the whole point of this fight right here, this first phase of this boss fight, is to simply attack Tiara right at the beginning. Use whatever you need to do to deal as much damage as you can on Tiara. And avoid attacking the Nightmare. Attacking the Nightmare causes bad things to happen. And here we get to something reflected onto us. Yeah, overall this is basically just a puzzle boss fight, because Tiara is not that difficult. Okay, cool, that worked. At least one Roman candle worked on heavily armed Tiara here. I have another one on Scoots, but yeah, Bloom can't use it as long as it's on Scoots. Oh well. If I try to use it right here, she's probably going to, yeah, do nothing. Nope, she could not use it very well. Very well. Also, Friendship Beta. Reflected back into the bell. Oh cool, that's it. You think you've won? Even Celestia needed the elements of harmony to drive off the Nightmare, and you don't have them! You must feel like a bunch of losers now. You don't even know what the Nightmare looks like. If you were to see her, you'd probably be so scared you'd pass out. That's how scary she is. So, you want to see her real form? Well, prepare yourselves. Second phases go. Oh. So isn't this terrifying? I'm terrified too. The Nightmare isn't a pony. She's a pure force of evil and fear. Your own fears strain her. There's no way you can fight her alone, and there's no one who can help you. And your fears will be just another meal to her. And now Diamond Tiara kind of ditched out of there. Okay, I guess it's too difficult to change this background, because this is pretty much the original Giygas right here, even though it's called a Nightmare. Oh well. You still have to deal damage against this enemy, but after a while it's not going to matter anymore at all. I'm going to put my shields back up. At the very least you can go all out if you want to, because there's nothing that gets reflected back into you anymore. And I don't think I've ever shown Rainboom Omega, so I'll make her eat green food lunch, and then I'll use it next turn. Oh, damn it, Nightmare said something right there, but I didn't read it. I think she said, do you not fear me? Something like that? At least the Nightmare has different dialogue from Giygas. Then again, one of the things that made Giygas so memorable was his dialogue, or its dialogue, in this phase of the fight. You just don't forget about that dialogue. Ever. Also, this is actually the perfect time to use Friendship Omega. Well, maybe not. I think he has lots of magic points to spare, and I've got lots of brain food lunches, so I'm gonna do it, but whatever. You know what? I'll spy again, just to show this thing's new stats, if it has any. And you get to use Rainbow Omega. Not that different of an animation. Do you not fear me again? I don't know what it... Yeah, here's the thing. Giygas slash the Nightmare uses an attack, but we can never, like... it's never perfectly described to you. There's only one attack that you can identify, and that's, the Thunder attack, if I recall. And that's because it's kind of obvious. And yeah, that's it. You must really be at the end of your rope. In this bizarre dimension, you four are the only force fighting for justice. And here you stand, waiting to be burned up with all the rest of the garbage of this universe. That's so sad. I can't help but shed a tear. You know, my heart is beating incredibly fast. I must be experiencing absolute terror. Do you want to scream for help here in the dark? Why not call your mommy, Dinky? Say, Mommy, Daddy, I'm so frightened, help me. But nobody can help you. No pony will remember you. You're going to die, crushed by absolute darkness. Forgotten by your friends. Think you're going to go out with a song in your heart? The darkness will consume that too. I think that's supposed to be a 2 with another 0. But yeah. Anyway, I think, well, actually Tiara's gonna have a bit more dialogue after, but... Okay, now the fight's really getting creepy. Really, really getting creepy. we can still solidify. We can somehow solidify this enemy's body, even though it's basically a background with a really like creepy Mode 7 animation. Giygas is always. Giygas is probably one of the creepiest Nintendo characters ever. I mean, just look at it. What kind of shape is it supposed to be specifically? I saw a fan image of it once where they showed that the thing in the middle is actually its eyes with a nose and a mouth. And if you kind of see that face, it is pretty creepy. Anyway, what we have to do to beat this last phase of the fight is to continuously have Belle seen. Turns out Dinky is completely useless to save the world. It's only Belle that you need. Let's try its steps again. And for the lulz, let's Skulu try to mirror it. No, of course not. And now the Nightmare is able to move. And now Sweetie Belle is going to sing. Sing for our victory! Oh, and suddenly Twilight's here. And apparently there's like 2 Twilights or something. Yeah, she just has a glitchy, like, sideways animation or something like that. All of the Mr. Saturns felt a new startling feeling and they had never experienced before, and they all began to sing from their hearts. Except for one of them on the far right there, who was just dawdling around. It causes... Well, actually no, it doesn't cause any damage, it just makes the Nightmare's defenses unstable. And it makes the background even creepier. We can cause damage to the Nightmare ourselves, but it doesn't matter because, like, I think it fully heals every turn or something. But in the Game Boy Advance compilation, if you poison Giygas, it's actually possible to defeat it. But you don't do that because otherwise it completely screws up the game. In fact, don't play the Game Boy Advance compilation at all, except for maybe like the original Mother 1 on it. Let's sing again. And do nothing for all our other characters. Because there's no point to do anything else. In fact, as long as Sweetie Belle acts before Giygas, there's literally no point to like ever worry about this part of the fight. You're never going to like lose. Speaking of which, there's a baby fetus if you look carefully in the background there. Ruined for everyone. I don't really believe that theory though. I think that's just coincidence that it looks like that. These little scenes make a whole lot more sense here because, well, in the original Earthbound, you're in the distant past, right? So how is it that everyone can hear your prayers, and how is it that their prayers can reach you? I guess it's because in your some kind of alternate dimension, so none of this matters. But well, apparently Giygas slash Nightmare will still get to act every once in a while. Okay, here. This is the one thing where it's kind of obvious where you can tell what attack is being used right now. A lightning attack. Sing some more. The night will last forever! Sometimes the Nightmare does nothing. And it's Rarity time. Hey, Rarity. You know, you guys could like do on like that comic of the Nightmare Rarity arc, and just have Applejack use a rope on the moon to bring it closer to the Earth and just get there real quick. Yeah, that's actually what they did in the comic. They actually had a rope attached to the moon and climbed it to get there. Something like that, anyway. We're progressively doing more damage to the Nightmare, but we're going to need to deal a lot more to be able to actually defeat it. You can feel my fear, huh? Oh wow, that's untranslated still. It hurts, it hurts. I'm betting this causes domination. Or, well, no, just solidification. The song we heard from the elements. So the 8 melodies. I think that's the name of it. Oh, it's Twist. What a twist! Only Twist cares about us, though. Those other ponies, they're just confused. And one of them doesn't have a shadow. Well, I guess Twist somehow managed to convince all of them to pray for us. Or, well, actually, apparently they're not praying here, they're singing. Everyone's singing. This will make a lot more sense to... Well, actually, no, this does make sense to defeat Giygas, the Nightmare. Because in the Mother 1, I believe a song is how you defeat the villain. I think... Did all of the Nightmare's dialogue gets translated? Because it seems like... Ah, damn it, flash attack. That must be what it was. I think Belle is invincible against that, but... no. Yep, Song of the Elements. Bonbon's a Pegasus? I thought she was a unique character. Apparently not. Another Bonbon? Seriously? Why are there 2 Bonbons? Why is Spitfire not among these ponies? Or Rainbow Dash? Maybe it was a sprite error. 393 damage. Getting more damage at once. Horn of Life on Bloom, and more singing from Belle, and... You know, if I may mention something, I've never... When I originally got here, I didn't know about how to actually defeat Giygas, so... I actually tried to deal as much damage as I could to defeat him, and eventually I think it was down to just Ness and Giygas, and Ness was holding on for like an extremely long time, and well, you guys know that I've never managed to win, because you're supposed to constantly use this action that you've never used during the entire game, because it really didn't make sense. The game does hint at it in Pokey's dialogue just before you start this fight, but it kind of glosses over you, you know? Point is, if you got here as a kid, you probably get really, really terrified, because there's no way you'd figure out how to actually beat this boss. I like that only Trixie here joins in the singing. Not all these other random ponies. Only the ponies that care about us will join in the singing. Anyway, Nightmare is almost defeated. No, we don't fear you. Please don't kill any of my ponies instantly. Solidify my body if you want, but don't freaking kill my ponies instantly. I don't like that when that happens. Hey, Sparkler. You're over the chair for some reason. And then Derpy's here. And then the dog. Yeah, the dog, who somehow went through the door. So nothing about Applejack, which is Bloom's sister, or Rainbow Dash, who is Scoot's adopted sister. Oh well. I guess making new events would be kind of difficult. Also, now, if you weren't creeped out before, you're definitely creeped out now, because the developers really weren't being subtle here. This is really, really creepy. Like, in a sense, you know the fight's almost over, and since you've already figured out that you need to constantly pray / sing, you know you're about to win. But I mean, just look at this with this music. It's just, ugh. You know, this game, it's for kids somehow. Say nothing of this the original dialogue. Well, the original dialogue's origin. Yep, Scooter's singing along as long as she could. But all of a sudden it doesn't work anymore. This part right here made a lot more sense in the original, because what happens is that Pola tries to pray but can't figure out who else to pray for. Here it's just like, oh, all of a sudden your scene doesn't work. I really think this dialogue could use a change of background graphics, because having Nightmare Moon with these graphics just doesn't work. And for some reason she really wanted to attack Bloom right there. Giving it her all. The Heart of who? Huh. That's a strange name right there. A really strange name. Who could it be? And wow, over nearly 4,000 damage. What kind of name is this? Seriously, whoever has that name must have had a really bad mother. Over 6,000 damage. Seriously, what a weird name. Over 10,000. Oh, that's my name! Huh. Well, I somehow accidentally insulted my mother, but whatever. I'm sure she can take it. Also, suddenly the fight's over. After you caused over 28,000 damage at once, the fight's over. And suddenly the music is good all of a sudden. But things are still creepy. Dinky! What? How did you... That's not possible! Don't think this means you've won, blank flanks. It's a good bet that we will see each other again. Alright, get out of here! We'll see who has the last laugh. Yeah, Diamond Tiara can get out because she's got a time machine of sorts, but we can't because we're just feeling stuck here in this alternate dimension of nightmares. Yeah. I don't know how I reacted to this as a kid. I guess I was playing on an emulator, so it wasn't nearly as horrifying as it could have been, but it definitely was memorable. And a bit seizure-inducing. And it sounds a bit annoying at this point, but yeah. They're trying for the TV scratching song. Finally, someone turned the damn TV off. Oh, but we all know how these stories ends. End, basically. I don't know why that was there. But it was. Oh, no, our characters are still standing. And now... Well, we can just teleport out of there, can't we? Apparently so. Didn't know Sweetie Belle could teleport. Scootaloo, well actually no, Scootaloo can't teleport. She can fly, but she can't teleport. Okay, Bloom, she can't even use magic. That makes no sense. Oh, finally! Now this scene finally makes logical sense. Dinky can teleport. And she has her cutie mark. It's just the sprite limitations are too small to really display it. Not for the mares though. And Gummy needs a shadow. He doesn't have one. Then again, maybe he's not supposed to have a shadow. Maybe he transcends that somehow. Well, that was kind of abrupt. Belle. Yep, Belle. This scene is unskippable, but why would you skip it? Ever? No need to skip it. It's just really charming. And then all of a sudden our characters can talk to each other. 1 out of 4s. And Scootaloo's going now. Rainboom? Well, she tried it. Said she just teleported out of here. And suddenly presents. Yep. Goodbye for now. I don't remember that Mr. Saturn hugging Jeff. Yes. So Sweetie Belle has to follow us for a bit longer. Originally, I think Paula just joined Nest because, I don't know. What the... Oh, well, apparently this present's not real. Thanks a lot, Scootaloo. None of these presents are real. Huh. I'm kind of curious to what they originally had, or maybe they're supposed to work and they just kind of glitched. Oh well. Yep, you just stood there and waited for us to save the world for you, Twilight. I suppose it makes sense though. The reason Twilight's here is because she needs to stay safe from the nightmare, which originally, according to Luna in episode 1, the future Luna, she got possessed by the nightmare and the world went to the crapper. Letter to Princess Celestia, huh? An alligator? I think he is an alligator. Okay, so now we're in the post game. What we can do, we can actually explore the entire world and talk to all the NPCs, and I'm pretty sure they all have different things to say. Most of them, anyway. We can also still do some fights if we really want to. I think the first thing I'll do is drop off Sweetie Belle. After that, I'll talk to a few NPCs here and there, but I probably won't like talk to everything because there's way too much things to talk to. Anyway, going to Ponyville Snout. Right here. Cycle shop, Ponyville department store. Rowdy's down there. Is Vinyl in there? I can't be certain. I guess I'll check. Oh, closed? Oh well. Maybe in Manhattan then. How about... Well, no, I take Phoebe's down. Yeah, unfortunately Phoebe's not here. Not anymore. I'd like it if she came back. You know, like as a surprise. Hello? Oh, something to tell me? Was I supposed to have an item with me? I think I was. Maybe? I seem to remember there was something that Ness could have had at this point and given to Paula, maybe? Maybe I'm thinking of some other game. I could still see Sweetie Belle again if I want to, anyway. She is in here, right? Well, Rarity's here, at least. You do, huh? Wait. Okay, cool. I thought that last "your" was pronounced improperly. Is that opalescence? Probably. She doesn't look at all like herself, but whatever. Hey, Belle. Yep, everyone is probably worried about me. But the real question is, am I worried about them? Because I'm kind of uber right now. I fear nothing, and for some reason Spike's gone. I'm guessing he's tending the library? Or maybe he disappeared off the face of the earth. Maybe. You don't say. I wanted to talk to. I was about to call her son butt, but no, she deserves more respect than that. How about Solar Rump? What do you guys think? Hey Faust, figured I'd talk to you here because I think you're the last one in the game. It was very often, Faust, actually. Hands? Faust, you've ruined everything! Hands! Oh! Okay, so if Final is somewhere, I don't know how to talk to her. No Apple Bloom? Can't speak to Apple Bloom? I can't jump over this fence? Oh well. Can talk to Scoots. And she restores all my HP and magic. But she doesn't really have anything very much to say. Yep, we saved the world. That's all you have to say, Spitfire? Be a bit nicer. No Rainbow Dash. Seems the sea ponies don't have anything interesting to say. And if you try to drink tea from this sea pony right here, nothing special happens. Because why would anything special happen? Can I use the bike here? Nope, because it's water. Oh well. But I'm pretty sure you can use the bike right here. And it's got a unique sound for when you're in the water right here. The only way you can ever find out about this sound is if you play the post game with the bike. No other way to find out about this sound otherwise. At least not without glitching or something. Because as soon as you get a plush toy or a second party member, you can no longer use the bike. Anyway, that's all I wanted to show about that. Really? That's all you have to say, Applejack? Well, we managed to save the world, whatever. How's my house doing? Has it improved? Not at all. Well, I figured I'd see what the mayor has to say. Nothing very interesting. I remember when we were playing this game, when I just started playing this game, and just Ponyville North and Ponyville South had a lot of NPCs to talk to, but as the game progressed, there were less and less NPCs to talk to, and everything got really shorter. Not sure why I feel kind of bad about that. And for some reason, if you go here, the music actually does change back. But Trixie's not here. Oh, here we go. Trixie's now working in the shop. Yep, I'm Dinky. You became serious, huh? Powerfuler Trixie, huh? Anything to sell to the Trixie, actually? Hey, sodas? Nothing? Oh, well. Okay, something you can do is call your dad. Nope. Yep, he doesn't let you save anymore. He just tells you he's gonna come over next time, and no, it's not true at all. He's always there, to be honest. He is the phone. Calling home makes that. Yep. Vacation time is important. Well, so much for getting an appointment with the Solar Rump there. Ah, I figured. Spike's now in charge of the library. And that's all he says, really? Well, whatever. He wants to keep things brief. Could go home right now, but I think I'll go right here first. Inside this house. Oh, right. Well, I guess I still have a bit things to do still. Wait. Huh. Okay, Filthy Rich is here. I thought he was supposed to be in the bar in Manhattan, though. Well, you still say the same thing when he's here. Yeah, about your husband not being here. You may want to get some glasses, because he's kind of standing right here, and he does talk, unless it's like a chatbot or something that just responds to you each time you talk to it, and it's actually not a real pony. Oh, whatever. Really, Silver Spoon? I saved the world. Diamond Tiara is somewhere across time and space, and all you have to say is, yeah, whatever. Ugh! Why didn't she move out and back to her own parents' home anyway? She's been sticking around in this place since the beginning of the adventure. Yep. Okay, well, Daring Do didn't turn out to be as important as I kind of expected her to be, but... I don't know, I guess it's just because it's one of the earlier characters. You think they're going to be a major component of the story much faster than you expect, but that is not the case. Yep, he is there, but I'm guessing he's not supposed to be back at his home either. That could be me going from version 1.3 to 1.4 and something like a flag glitching up or something though. There's a robot at your house that actually probably makes it so that your wife will never figure out that you're actually gone. Even though she says you're gone. Let's get out of here. Yeah, I think that'll be it. I think I've talked to enough NPCs. Let's talk to the most important ones of all now. Home sweet home. No real point to doing this. I believe talking to Sparkler will end everything, so I'm gonna go upstairs and talk to Derpy first. Yep. You were actually quite a bit of a help, Derpy. No. Actually, let's say yes. Oh, it's just storing stuff. Well, I can store the bike. No, it's fine. And we can check out some stuff if we really want to, but there's really no point to do so anymore at this point. You okay, Derpy? Okay, I mentioned that you could probably still like fight monsters, but you can't really, because since the nightmare is gone, its influence has gone too, and because of that, there's nothing to influence monsters to be evil. There might be a case where it's possible to do some fights, but that's mostly if you skip events or some scripted fights, though. Maybe. Nope. Oh, jeez, her? Really? Oh my goodness. Well, is that it? I'm pretty sure it is. Sparkler, I'm done. Yep. Well, just demo what happens if you say no, though. I suppose if you want to take more pictures, you can still do that. Not that I want to. I'm done, Sparkler. Yep. Credit sequences go. And now all of a sudden, Air Pony's dancing. And new music, too. Alright, time for the cast roll then, followed by probably the credits. For some reason I have this strange feeling they're going to last for roughly 12 minutes. Well, leaves me with quite a bit of time to review this game. So yeah. EquestriaBound. The game... No, wait, first things first. I'd just like to praise the creator for keeping the difficulty reasonable. That's... Pony Fantasy VI acted like people who play it would be super good and know everything about the game's engine already. This ROM hack here, though, it was fairly hands-off when it comes to the original game's difficulty curve. So although the beginning and some sections are still kind of tough, it's largely because that's how they were originally. Not because the creator felt like he needed to kick us in the chins every once in a while. And I also immensely enjoyed that all of the ponies were quadrupeds, as they should be. Pony Fantasy VI, again Pony Fantasy VI and some other ROM hacks, they needed to make them bipedal for understandable reasons, but for this game, the creator read out of his or her way to make the sprites extra huge so that every pony could work as quadrupeds. At least I think that's why they made the sprites extra big. Perhaps it was also to differentiate the size of the foals and mares and stallions and whatnot, but I think it's because of the reason number one. The custom battle sprites of enemies was also a nice touch, and although I feel some of them, they could have been touched up a bit. Like, Chrysalis looked really weird, as well as her Twilight form, if I recall. Music was also fairly good. There were a few hiccups here and there, such as the moon-hatted music screw-up, but for the most part, the effort was really good. Although, I must say, there were a few cases where I think the original music would have worked better. Or I would have preferred it to be left untouched. Story. Well, this is probably the weakest change. It's not very surprising, but it was clear that there were many places where the plot had to be awkwardly adjusted for the new characters, and although the removal of the apparently pointless Last Venus performance is appreciated, some changed segments of the plot made them a lot less memorable compared to the original, even if they weren't that deep then. What largely comes to mind is, like Scootaloo's spirit meditation, and basically the finally where you're supposed to have your spirit translated into a robot so that you can survive the travel to the past. I'm not expecting the plot to be changed to be shocking without a nowhere plot twist. It's just that if I were to play those segments without knowing how they would originally happen, I probably wouldn't have taught much of them like I did in the original after I played it. Games they have these sections where something about it just pops to your mind if it was really good, you know? Like you think of a location and then you remember, oh, hey, yeah, that thing, I remember that. It's when this and that happened, and a bunch of other stuff, but mostly this and that. It's stuff like that that really makes you pop up to mind about uneventful, run-of-the-mill, mediocre segments that became really memorable despite that. I just didn't really get that feeling from any of the new cutscenes. I suppose I might be asking a bit too much, since those take a lot of work to complete in ROM hacks, though. And as an addendum to that, there are also quite a lot of typos and a few untranslated lines. We've caught quite a lot of them since 1.3, but there are still several left. Overall, though, despite all that, I enjoyed this a lot. I enjoyed the ROM hack a lot. It was great to play this game again with a new flavor. Although, since much of the original game was left untouched, if people who probably didn't like Earthbound probably still won't like EquestriaBound. It's roughly the same game, despite the new stuff and changes and whatnot. There are still some updates coming up for it, though, so I've mentioned multiple times before, I'll probably do an extra video for the optional bonus bosses once they come out. Anyway, with this playthrough done, it's time to move on to the other game I had in mind a month ago, War of Harmony 4, if I recall. It's a visual novel, RPG maker type of game with ponies. An actual original story this time, but, well, it's War of Harmony 4, but there's no War of Harmony 1, 2, or 3, so I don't have high expectations for the story, if I may be blunt. Maybe I'll find out why it's number 4 about 1 week from now. It's when I'm gonna actually start playing it. Maybe a bit later. I also want to catch up on making some videos of My Little Pony Flash games. I haven't got much chance to do any of those lately. And for those wondering about My Little Blooper Season 4 set, I should have something that addresses this Monday, like the 19th of May. And with that, I think I covered most of everything. There's one more little segment near the end of these credits, but for now, I'd just like to mention that I hope you've all enjoyed this playthrough, and I hope you all have a very nice day. Thank you all for participating in every poll that I had, and yeah, I'll see you guys for War of Harmony 4, or maybe some Flash games here and now and then. So yeah, see you at the end of this video. Oh no, it's not quite over. Not yet. After listening to that super long credit sequence, there's still quite a bit left things to do. We're still Uber, by the way. We could, whatever is knocking at the door right now, if it's a monster, somehow, if it's a monster, we could probably kick its ass. Again? I already told you, Derpy, this knock is not annoying, unless the pony doing the knocking is annoying itself. I guess. Still saying the same thing. What about... Nope, nothing there. Okay, what are you? Oh, it's Silver Spoon! We'll never know, because the game will never get ported over to America. So that's it for EquestriaBound. Hope you've all enjoyed this playthrough. Again, hope you've all enjoyed this playthrough, and I hope you all have a very nice day. Maybe one more video for this game once the optional bosses come out. So bye. What?